Hello and welcome, Ben from Fossafitness here. Essentially today I'm going to talk to you about my nutrition for my 50k walk. In my last video I filmed it just after I'd completed 50,000 steps, not 50,000 kilometres, in my back garden. Essentially 50,000 kilometres would be a bit far. But 50,000 steps in your garden is doable during the day. It took me about 8.25 hours from around 7 in the morning to around 3 in the afternoon. Haven't seen that video, check it out. The link's in the description. It's just after I get back in. I'm quite tired still, and I filmed videos explaining essentially how it went and what kind of things help me get through it, if you like, such as sock changes and nutrition and what have you. But today I'm going to focus with this video on nutrition. So what did I actually eat? So I have a table laid out with virtually everything I ate in the day before and on the morning of that particular walk. It's not all particularly healthy stuff, and it isn't what I'd recommend you to eat, but it did allow me to complete the distance challenge. Okay, so starting from breakfast, I have a list here written out of the various bits and pieces, which I'm going to hold up as I go through. So essentially for breakfast, I had one medium banana, one small slice of cake, which is gone now, so I don't have that to show you unfortunately. I had 2 scoops of mint chocolate chip ice cream. I had 4 fish fingers cooked in the oven for around 15 minutes, around 180. You can get from Tesco's, large pack, around £6. I had 1 cap of vinegar on the fish fingers, which I haven't got to show you. I had a pinch of salt on the fish fingers, again I haven't got that to show you. I had 2 slices of Hovis, medium sliced, best of both bread. I also had a heaped teaspoon of horseradish sauce in my fish finger sandwich too. I also had 2 of this size of mug of chamomile tea. I had 4 teaspoons of Nesquik milkshake chocolate flavour milkshake powder. I had 1 medium glass of milk around this sort of size. It's a gin glass, but it's around half full on the Coke glasses. And then for lunch, I had very similar. I had another 4 fish fingers. I had 1 cap of vinegar. I had a pinch of salt. Again, they're not here. I had another 2 slices for the sandwich of Hovis best of both medium sliced bread. I then had 1 heaped teaspoon of horseradish in the sandwich again. I had 2 more large mugs of chamomile tea in my Guinness mug. I had a carb-rich dessert made in my tea mug in a combination of milk, plain flour. This is strong white flour because at the moment, due to everyone's baking obsessions, you cannot get normal flour in the shops to show you. So unfortunately I had to settle for this to demonstrate what plain flour looks like, but I'm sure you will know anyway, so it's fine. Essentially I had a combination of that. Plain flour, milk and sugar, which is just white granulated sugar, 6 teaspoons of that with some milk, with some flour, whipped up to a thick paste, whacked in the microwave for a few minutes. That's the kind of cakey type dessert that I had just to get my carbohydrate intake slightly higher. On the day before, that was lunch. Okay. On dinner the day before, I had pasta, and I had a nice sort of Domio pasta, tomatoey pasta sauce. In terms of snacks during the day, I had another milkshake, so I had 4 teaspoons of Nesquik milkshake powder. I had that obviously with milk, around a medium glass full of milk again. I also had 300 mils, around a third of this 1 litre amount of Pepsi Max in similar mugs to what I had, in similar containment vessels to what I consume the milk in. Also had 4 raw mushrooms, there's 2 in here, so double that. I had another 50 mils of milk, which is less than is in here. I had 2 of my mugs of tea with this black tea, don't you see that there? I also had, in the evening, I had 1 gin and tonic, this is Pink 47, in combination with apple juice, which again is around half and half, kind of half, well I say half and half, around half apple juice, a little bit of water to top it up to the top, and 1 shot of gin in there. I had 3 cans of cider on that night before. On the day, I then had 2 fried eggs for breakfast, which I don't show you what an egg looks like, and obviously I haven't got any fried prepared, because that would be a waste. I then had that in a sandwich. I had two slices of the medium sliced Festive bread. I had 1 squirt of brown sauce, a few extra carbs in there. I had another 300 ml of water with my breakfast, that's around this amount. I then had 2 large mugs of tea, again in this lovely Guinness tea mug. On the day snacks during the actual event, I had 1 Tesco cinnamon flapjack, is around 400 calories. I had a little bit after every 10,000 steps. I just topped up my nutrition by having a little bit of that extra carbohydrate to help replenish some of those glycogen stores throughout the event, so that I'm not depleting them too much. And I also had some water to keep hydrated throughout, because dehydration can result in fatigue, which isn't good if you're actually in the middle of an endurance challenge. So I hope you've enjoyed this summary video of my nutrition on the day before and the day in which I completed my 50,000 step challenge. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to check out my last video, which, as I said, shows you that challenge summary, if you like, after it, when I just get in. A bit breathless, I sort of discuss what I've just done. Might make a few errors, I apologise for that. I was very tired at that time, as you'd expect. This nutrition did get me through it. This isn't what I'd advocate completely you to do. It does have a combination of carbohydrates, proteins and fats, so it is rather balanced. If I was going to critique my own diet, I would say there wasn't enough vegetables and fruits the day before to give me some extra vitamins and minerals, but other than that, my nutrition wasn't terrible building up to the challenge. Obviously, particularly if you're going for a different kind of more strenuous, perhaps, endurance challenge, I encourage you to check out my next video, which will be looking at more what you should consume rather than what I did consume before my endurance challenge. Remember to like and subscribe to this channel, Fossafitness, and remember to check us out on Facebook. I'll put that link in the description, as well as the link in the description of my last video that I just mentioned, and I will put it's obviously a brief description of this video. Comments are enabled for this video, so feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and I'll get back to you soon with that video with the optimal nutrition for any kind of walking endurance challenge. Thanks very much for watching, and see you soon, guys. Thanks.